everybody. We're a little late. Welcome to the Unholy Trinity. Hail Unholy Trinity.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Jenny.
Jedi.
We're not doing Forrest Gump, gentlemen.
I love you, Jenny.
Damn it. Lesson.
Mama said life is like a box of chocolate.
Mama said listen.
Oh, goodness.
Adrian's not on tonight. She had some things. Something came up. She might come in later. I don't know. That's what the Listen Queen told us. She's got the scoop on that. Hi, Carl. Hey, Dawn. How y'all doing this evening? Tonight we're going to talk about movies made about actual haunted locations. And what also I want to get into besides that is movies that might have that are haunted, actual captured spirits on in the backdrops of movies. Like one of them was 3 Men and a Baby.
Mm-hmm.
And they captured something like that, captured a spirit back there. Another one's Wizard of Oz, actually. Family movie. And they always talked about the person hanging in the background when they found the Tin Man or whatever it was. That scene with the Tin Man in the woods. Hey, Anne. Hey, Bridget.
Anne!
So, we're going to open it up to everybody tonight, whoever's watching. And if y'all want to chime in, and if you know of a movie that's actually was made, Children of the Corn.
Oh, nay. Oh, nay.
I hate corn. I hate it. I
Children of
absolutely
the
hate
Corn.
corn.
Literally, because I'm from Indiana. Oh.
And then you got, look, dorks. Eileen Jones.
Hello, ma'am.
Eileen was telling me the other day she started believing in the crystals and stuff. She swears by crystals, and I said, "You do?" And she said, "Yeah." She gets her crack every other week.
Howard, listen. That's not what she's talking about, sir.
Listen, Howard. Listen.
God.
That's what she told me. I mean, that's what I'm just going by. I'm trying to share this out.
Is that a movie?
So, have y'all did any research on this, guys, or did y'all kind of like went, we'll figure it out when we get to it?
Well, I mean, I was starting to do research, and then I got pulled into another show. So,
what are we talking about? What research for what?
The haunted movies.
Yeah.
Like Amityville.
I know a little bit more about The Conjuring than I do the Amityville.
Conjuring was one.
But there's multiple ones from The Conjuring, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Get the whole story.
Annabelle.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, because mainly, I mean, well, especially with the Sleepless Unrest, that was filmed in, the Conjuring house. But Ed Warren and Lorraine Warren, that's one of their biggest cases. So there's a lot of history behind that. The Perrin family. It's crazy. Tons of history.
All right, let's get on with this. All right, I'm back. We're talking about my refrigerator. My refrigerator, I think it's possessed or something.
Yeah, it's gonna get up, y'all, and it's gonna start walking and growling at him. He's gonna have to fight it off with a baseball bat and holy water in the middle of the show.
I've actually put food in the thing. I put food in it.
I had the baseball bat armed and ready for him.
That ain't gonna do nothing. He's just gonna get eaten.
That's not nice, Eileen Jones. Man. She needs a crack. See, I told you she smokes that shit. I thought I was lying. Look, there it is. She admits it right there. Hello, Nicole.
Well, so the
Honey says
Amityville,
her house is haunted.
it is. The Amityville Haunting, it was what, from 1974,
I already talked to him.
and based on the true crime of Robert DeFeo, who killed what, 6 people, right?
The Fayos.
Right.
Matter of fact, we had Robert Reed on last night, and his friend, he knows Christopher. I think it's Christopher Quarantino is the young boy that was he was 7 years old when all that shit went down in the house in Amityville when the walls were bleeding and all that shit.
Right.
And he said that it wasn't so much the house; it was the father, George Lutz. He was into all that. He was into Ouija boards and drugs and everything else.
Well,
so he brought that stuff.
I'm sure he opened a portal of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not to say that, I mean, whatever he opened the portal to didn't, take over the house.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it affected him because he went from being normal to completely insane. A sane person doesn't kill their whole family.
And my sister-in-law right there.
Hi.
How's it going?
So what we got? We got the Amityville house. We got the Conjuring house. We have what else we have?
Trying to think.
That's what they make Google for.
Yeah. There's been a lot of places, but as far as movies go,
Howard,
the Poltergeist.
did you get a message?
Did I? From
Listen. Hey, it's Scott Smith in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
No, I ain't got no.
Rosie in the house too. Courtney. Hope you're feeling better.
I got a text message from, I don't know, I think it's one of those 1-800 numbers or something. It says, you may still have an uncashed check owed to you.
Hey, well, put it in my bank.
That's all I got.
Right.
All right, 10 lines. Let's see. Indian burial ground.
Picked up, Scott.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, Poltergeist.
An Indian burial ground. Wolf Freak. That was another movie. Let's see. Winchester.
The Winchester house, yeah.
Yeah. They made a movie Winchester.
Now she went insane, didn't she? And she had
she did.
Yeah, Stanley Hotel, The Shining. Remember the movie
The Shining? Yeah.
Yep.
Stanley Hotel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rosie for The Shining.
The Shining was based on a real haunting?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was
a haunting in Connecticut.
The house. What's the movie?
And a haunting in Georgia.
Yeah, haunting in Georgia, haunting in Connecticut. But what was the movie that Stephen King wrote that was based on a haunting that he experienced at the Stanley Hotel?
That was The Shining.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah.
That was
I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
I didn't know that was based on fact.
Yeah. Yeah, the hotel, it's really.
As above, so below.
Why are they okay?
The Blair Witch Project.
That wasn't real, was it?
There's an actual witch that haunts them woods.
Well, there is, but that movie they said was completely fake.
Right.
That was it was a documentary, fake movie. But there is, what's the name? Bell, I think
It's the
something
Bell
Bell.
Witch. It's the Bell Witch, and the Bell.
We got somebody
I just
coming in.
told you to get
We
with
got
it,
somebody
Chrissy.
coming in. Hold on.
Listen.
Hey, Jeremy,
Listen,
Jeremy.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
how's it going?
hi, Jeremy.
Doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Are we
good.
doing good? How you making out?
Best I can.
Sound good. You sound.
Yeah, one person said I sound like I have a Scottish accent.
That's what the listen queen over here said.
What? Exactly,
Oh.
Scott. It was fake.
Yeah.
What? Bell Witch?
No, the Blair Witch Project. The
But
Bell
it's based on,
Yeah, the Blair
it's
Witch
based
was
on
fake.
Bell Witch.
Okay, but listen, that movie does not surround the history of the true Bell Witch.
Right.
They did. There is
But
a
the Blair
documentary
bitch,
over
you know
the
what I'm
Bell Witch,
saying?
and the Bell family is on that documentary. But I'm just saying, the Blair Witch Project as a whole was really not. I mean, it would be hugely loosely based on the Bell Witch.
Wait, Christy, are you talking Blair Witch or
Blair Witch, and
Witch?
it's made basically about the Bell Witch.
B-L-A-I-R or
Yeah.
B-E-L-L?
He was talking about the movie The Blair Witch, and he was saying that it was based on the witch in those woods. There is a witch in those woods in that area, which is the Bell Witch.
Yeah, in Kentucky, just
I
like
don't-
Scott said.
I don't think that if you look at the documentary movie that they did, I don't think it's grossly loosely based on the Bell Witch, and they don't give her true history in that movie. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
they don't.
See, I had never heard of the two being connected like that with that first movie. I just remember when that movie came out, they worked it in such a way that the movie itself was an actual true thing, because they went above and beyond to make it seem like it was 100 legitimate with the website and everything that they did, because everything was so fresh. The way that they had done it, they had done such a wonderful job.
Who's under Things Network saying, "Listen, Chrissy"?
That's probably Scott.
There it is. I heard that Scottish accent just now. It was probably Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy.
It actually sounds
Oh,
really
she's
good.
got Captain.
It
Say it.
sounds natural.
I will say this: I had never heard Blair Witch being loosely based off of Bell Witch.
No, there was another movie. I'm thinking of that was based on the Bell Witch. It was with Donald Sutherland. He was the father, and he had a young daughter, and he raped the young daughter, his young daughter or something.
It's called An American Haunting.
American Haunting.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
Yes, and a very good movie at that one too.
Say it, Jeremy. Captain, I'm giving it all she's got. But
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah. 'Cause honestly, how it hurts for me to even smile, because
wow.
because the way they got the braces on in my mouth.
Yeah.
If I smile, then the inside of my cheek rubs up against it, so it hurts too. So if I feel like I'm gonna laugh or whatever, then I'll press down on my face to keep it from rubbing up against it.
Yeah.
And what you guys are hearing from me in between is that because of everything being tied down and with the swelling in my face, it causes me to drool a lot. So I do that to keep from drooling.
Okay, Scotty, I'm waiting. I want those Daisy Dukes too, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, is Scott really taking that male stripping job seriously?
And there's some more movies I found.
Listen, he's getting Daisy Dukes, and he's putting my face on the ass, and he's gonna put listen.
Yeah, we already had that conversation on the 13th dimension.
We need to put her face in the front, and on the back side for each cheek, you put a tassel on each cheek.
And free across the back of the pants like a tramp stamp.
Like a tramp stamp. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I love this topic that you guys have brought up about having movies based on hauntings, because there's a lot of them. Like
Annabelle. I'm looking at Annabelle, The Exorcist,
yeah,
Rosemary's Baby,
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, Rosemary's Baby.
Poltergeist,
What?
Poltergeist,
Oh yeah.
The Possession,
yeah
of course,
there's a
Amityville.
lot of stigma behind Poltergeist.
The Ring 2, actually. It says right here, The Ring 2. Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Oh, I love that
And
movie.
number one involved, they're saying this is the number one of all time, is The Omen.
That one I did not like.
Yeah, the Omen was just weird.
Bad mojo, man. Just no.
It was the devil.
Exactly. Listen.
It was the devil.
He was not the devil. He was the Antichrist. Those are two different entities. The devil and Antichrist are not the same.
Right. It's like God and the Son of God.
Devil, Antichrist. I'm turning around and I'm walking away. No.
Listen. She's gonna say listen. She gone.
Yeah.
Listen.
I wasn't too keen on watching Annabelle.
We got that
Every time I
Annabelle.
see a Raggedy Ann doll,
We're
it's
still
go
waiting for it to
time.
come in. It's being shipped. It's in transit. With that REM pod Annabelle doll.
Haunting of Emily Rose. Yeah. No, that was another
That was
good one,
that was
Rosie.
a true story.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah,
You
that
need
was.
to see it.
She
You got
dies
to
at the end.
Is that part of The Exorcist?
No,
No?
it was an exorcist that they were performing on her because she was possessed. But
Wasn't there a movie that is a part of the Exorcist universe called The Haunted of Something?
What?
In the Exorcist universe, wasn't there a movie inside that universe that, hi Jenny, that is called The Haunted of Something? Because you got Exorcist 1, 2, and 3, and then you got one called Dominion. And I could have sworn that there was a Haunted of Something.
and the Dominion was the one where it was supposed to be taking place in the desert or something, and they were it was the priest when he was younger who went to go do the actual the movie the very first one, The Exorcist, that priest, but it was about his younger years. It was the prequel, I believe it was,
Now I'm gonna look it up, see if I can find it.
because they dug up the old church, and it was supposed to have been a Catholic church out in the middle of the desert somewhere, and they dug it up, and they had all the angels pointing the spears downward towards the pit of hell or whatever or something, the statues.
Okay,
Rosie, you see omens in your Cheerios and coffee? That's interesting.
okay, here's what we got. Okay, there wasn't one that was called The Haunting of The Exorcist, Exorcist 2, The Ninth Configuration, The Exorcist 3, Exorcist the Beginning, Dominion, and then there are apparently 3 more films coming.
What was that film with Keanu Reeves and he was like one of the angels?
No, he was supposed to have been the son of the devil. He was a
I know what
lawyer.
you're talking about. I don't know the name though.
I know what you're talking about.
Keanu Reeves wasn't the son of the devil, was he?
Yeah, Al Pacino was the devil.
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's advocate.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Constantine.
That's it. And he was an
Charlie
angel,
was
wasn't he? Wasn't Keanu Reeves an angel?
No, he just battled demons.
What was it?
Constantine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Can't remember. I thought that he was an angel in that.
No,
No, his name was John Constantine.
yeah, he killed himself.
It says here, John Constantine, a cynical exorcist with the ability to perceive and communicate with half angels and half demons in their true form.
Right. That was the movie. That was Constantine.
So he was able to communicate with them.
Yeah, Constantine. I remember that. God, that came out in what? 2000 something.
2005.
Yeah, a long time ago. It's like, holy cow. I remember seeing that as a kid. It was
the
like,
Wikipedia page
kinda
of that
cool.
right now. Yeah.
Scotty's getting him a kill. See, he's already got it down. What?
Listen, Scotty, I that's the dance, man. You agreed. I sent you the video, so you got to do the dance. That's it. It's already
do the dance when you run through the cornfield.
Listen, no.
Ethan's about to get his hand chewed off by a gerbil. He's feeding the gerbil.
He had psychic abilities, and in the comics, he had
Magic. That's an old flick. That's the same one I'm thinking of with what's his name?
Oh, Constantine was a comic book?
Yeah, Constantine was a comic book. What's his name? He played in
I thought Constantine went all the way back to biblical.
Silence of the Lambs. What's his name?
he did.
Shit.
He did.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Constantine is based on the DC Comics Hellblazer.
I was going to say, if they want to know anything about movies, let me know.
Necromancy. That's it. Yeah, Rosie got it pulled right there. Rosie's on the ball.
Necromancing ability. Well, that's interesting. Okay, Scotty, you got it down. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
I've seen that movie, The Entity, with
Scotty,
Barbara Hershey.
you got to twerk for me, brother. I want to see each cheek move. Once you get that down, hit me up.
That was a messed up movie. That was based on a true story.
What a messed up movie was Midsommar was.
Now, you ever seen The Entity?
I've never seen The Entity, but
Barbara Hershey?
if you want to watch a movie that is seriously screwed up, watch Midsommar.
Huh. Let me see if I can find that.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to look it up. I haven't seen the movie though, but
That movie was really all screwed up, very graphic, and so was Hereditary.
so was the Entity. That there was a demon, I would assume it was a demon that was raping the woman, and they showed you how this thing would come in and just rape her.
Yeah,
repeatedly.
I'll have to look that movie up. I have not seen it.
But that was it. As a matter of fact, they thought they captured it and got rid of it at the end, because this is right when paranormal investigations and everything were just starting out. They really, some of the stuff that they were doing in the movie was like, you laugh it off, that's not, you wouldn't do that nowadays. But yeah, they froze it in liquid nitrogen or something at the end, and they thought they captured it. They broke free or something. And at the end of the movie, she walks into the house and the door slams and calls her a cunt or something. And she just opens up the door, walks out, and starts her new life. But this thing still followed her.
She had a team of over 100 scientists and investigators and psychics involved.
Oh, yeah.
That's overkill.
Oh, this was the first time they actually captured something like that, though, Jeremy. This was the first time they ever seen anything like that. Now science is basically walked away from it, and we're doing it.
If a regular client had like over 100 people trying to figure something out, to me, that sounds like an attention seeker.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, think about it though. When you're a scientist and you're finding something new, you're gonna have a large team to.
This is at the beginning of any type of paranormal investigating whatsoever.
Right.
They didn't know what it was. They seen it, they heard it, they dealt with it, but they just didn't know what it was, and they were trying to figure out what it was.
Oh, and that's what that movie. Okay,
Mhm.
I got you now.
She lost her fiance in a movie because he witnessed it. He just darted off from the show. I mean, he just left her in the house by herself with her son. The thing attacked her son and broke his wrist or something, both his wrists. But this thing was raping her right in front of her fiance.
Wow.
I was intrigued by that movie. I mean, it wasn't so much, because they had some nudity in it. It was Barbara Hershey and everything, but I was intrigued with it because of you'd never seen anything like that before. You didn't see you as a paranormal investigator. Now we see spirits. We capture stuff and we,
Yes, Eileen, Chucky was based on Robert the Doll. Did you see that comment, Howard?
I see that. It wasn't Chucky based on.
Yeah, Chucky was based on a doll called Robert. I believe it was out of Florida.
Yeah, Florida, Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Chucky's based off some black magic voodoo that terrorized me as a kid. Every time I saw a doll, I thought I was going to get shanked.
And one thing I didn't know until recently, when you're talking about Chucky, Charles Lee Ray, the names were based off of actual serial killers. I just found that out the other day. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is. But when you think about it, when you're creating characters like this, you gotta base it off of something.
Yeah. Either that or you have a wild ass imagination.
Yeah.
Well, the movie itself, it did come from quite the imagination, but there had to be some sort of a basis point. So somebody took the idea of Robert the Doll and created Chucky, and then they just created this story that was very popular.
How about Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Oh, that Killer Clowns from Outer Space, believe it or not, was actually a parody of the Blob.
From the Blob, the movie The Blob.
1950s version of the Blob.
Yeah.
That was the original inspiration for Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
They just took the Blob and turned it into 50 clowns.
I was thinking, just like with It and all that. Stephen King, to me, that man is a god almost as in paranormal literature. Just his books. The man's made so many books out there, written so many books, and it became movies.
Yeah.
Like The Stand and Rose.
I just watched the second
Rose.
The Stand. I just watched the second one.
Really?
The second miniseries.
Yeah. I haven't seen the miniseries yet.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's okay, and they added more to the thing from the book, but it's to me it wasn't quite as good as the original miniseries. Whereas in the original miniseries, it starts from the very beginning with the release of Captain Trips all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And in the second miniseries, it kind of bounces around a little bit.
With the movie itself was what, 4 hours, 4.5 hours, something like that.
The original one, yes. The second one is like 8 or 9. So like I said, they added more to the second one, and they took more from the book, especially with the very ending of the miniseries, which I'm actually glad they did. Yeah.
That's crazy because I was just telling Chrissy and Ricky right before the show, I'm getting ready to be busy. I just got through with that filming for that for that miniseries with Renee Zellweger. Now I'm getting ready to start 3 more projects. I'll be doing a lot with Interview with the Vampire, the series, and then I put in for some parts for Haunted. What was it? Haunted Mansion, Haunted Mansion 2. That's going to be coming out by Disney. I put in for that, and then there's another show that's coming out.
You did that.
Monts,
You got to take me to Disney World, Howard.
Monts, I think the name of it, and Queer as Folk. We'll be doing some scenes in Queer as Folk. So that'll be pretty fun.
You gonna take me and Ethan to Disney World, Howard, and
I
Chris?
haven't even been to Disney World. I ain't even gonna go to Disney World,
man.
Listen, it is overrated.
I want to go. I want to go to Universal.
Right.
Let me finish.
No.
Listen.
No.
I thought Mickey Mouse was stupid until I saw him. Then I was like, oh my God, Mickey Mouse.
Sir, you would get kicked out of the damn parks. You
I know.
can't
It's
be
outrageous. You're gonna pay back in what it was like early 2000s. We paid like $6 for Uncrustables.
Really?
I can't.
Yes, and it came with a tiny bag of chips.
So I mean, I can't afford Disneyland. Mickey Mouse. I'll be going to see Matt the Rat. That's who I'm gonna be going. Generic places.
Okay. we're gonna have to bounce.
Yeah, I seen him back there.
All right.
Good night, Ricky.
Good seeing y'all. Night.
Good night.
Okay, bye, Ricky.
Yeah, but I can't afford nothing like that. That kind of big. I'm still. It's like for the Interview with the Vampire. Those are all overnight shots. Everything's overnight, and it's all night long because it's a nighttime movie. So they do have some day scenes, but it's all at night. From my understanding, Haunted Mansion, that's all going to be done inside the studios. That's over here, and at nighttime.
This Haunted Mansion that you're talking about, is this supposed to be a sequel to the Eddie Murphy one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Josh, it is incredibly expensive. Like I said, I've been twice.
I used to live in Florida back in the 80s.
Did you go to Disney, Jeremy?
Not Disney, but we did go to Universal Studios. We went to Lion Country Safari, and we also went to Gatorland.
We did Universal too. We did all the Disney parks and Universal.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts of Universal Studios was the Back to the Future ride.
My thing is when you go to these huge parks, you really to enjoy them, and because of the lines to get on the rides, you really need 2 days per park.
But I'm too damn old for that shit, man. I don't worry about that. I'd like to go see the stuff, the crafts, and that's what I'm into.
The memorabilia.
Right.
Well, hell, just order the gift stuff online then.
I want to go out there and walk. Good Lord, woman.
Well, you listen. You still got to pay the price to get into the park, whether you're riding rides or not.
I wouldn't want to ride the rides.
I'm just saying it's still the same price to get in.
I would go see Harry Potter. I want to go see Harry Potter. I want to go see all that other stuff, but I don't want to.
That would be awesome to go to the entire Harry Potter world that they have.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I'd go there just for that.
You need about all day just to do the Harry Potter section.
Oh, I'm sure, because she did such a wonderful job fleshing out that entire universe.
Yeah, because you got the bookstore. You got it all there.
Yeah, because not only with Hogwarts, and hope you're laying down. No, I'm actually sitting in my chair in my office, Greg. Don't worry about poor me.
My husband used to date Cinderella back, and I didn't know he was, homosexual. Cinderella's a rock group, right?
Oh my God. Stop it, Howard.
I got to mess with her.
Well, actually, Howard, when you think about that, when you look at the lead singer back when they first came out, he does look feminine.
There we go. Howard ain't putting in it. No, Howard, no.
We didn't go to Busch Gardens, but I'll tell you what, the condo that we rented had a pool in the backyard. So, I mean, we could swim when we were not out sightseeing. But Florida is stupid hot. I mean, you can't take enough clothes off to get cool in that state. I don't care.
You can't.
I'm not
No,
Actually, he was friends with that group. LOL. Yeah, he was friends with them. All right, Eileen. Hey. Hi, guys.
yeah.
That's
I don't
funny.
care if they get out. I don't judge people like that, Joshua. I don't judge people like that.
Yeah, I don't care if anybody's gay or not. I don't give a shit.
That's your personal business, personal preference. That's whatever. That's your deal.
Josh, he's just making fun of Eileen's husband. That's all.
Yeah.
He's just being funny.
I'm just making fun of Eileen.
Hi, Irene.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. What other movies do you have on topic?
Oh, anything and everything's open. It's open.
Yeah, he asked the audience or people watching what movies they knew of or were familiar.
I know that Nick reached out to Christopher Quarantine, or whatever his name is. It's a little boy from Amityville Horror. He was 7 years old at the time, and Nick reached out to him, and he possibly might be doing a show for us.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's cool.
I'd love to take a rain about Amityville.
Wizard of Oz?
Was that Jeremy? I'm sorry.
Has anybody brought up Wizard of Oz?
Yes, yeah. But that one scene with the Tin Man, I believe, was the Tin Man scene, wasn't it?
Yes, right at the end of the Tin Man scene when after that whole scenario is done and they start going down the road where it looked like somebody was hanging.
Freeman and the baby.
I have heard different things about that one, so I really don't know. I keep hearing one that was just a cardboard cutout.
I got the photo.
What's really weird about that one is that when they're going one way, you could see what looks like a rifle or a gun or something, and then as they're coming back, you see what looks like a kid. And somebody, I think this is a long time ago. I forget who had done it, but somebody had.
And this is the picture I have. I just sent it to y'all.
Yeah, so that picture that you just sent me is somebody had said that was actually a cardboard cutout that somebody had swapped out really quick with that gun, so that they could have a bit of controversy in that movie if anybody ever caught it. So I don't know.
I know our town historian here posted a picture with a little blurb about the history to the building that's downtown. At certain times of the night, you can see a woman in a white dress standing up in I think it's the third story in the window. And I mean, it was the town historian that posted the photo. And it looked legit, and it didn't appear to be any type of reflection or anything like that. So I think that's pretty interesting.
Has anybody investigated that building?
No, because the people who own it who won't allow investigators in there, we have asked, but we're still working on that.
Okay.
We've actually investigated the building like nearly next door to it. The what was well, I can't disclose that location, but we've been to a building close to there. And that building, I think, just sold last month.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be great to be able to have a location to investigate that hadn't really been investigated before.
Mm-hmm. We got a few around here that's a possibility.
I got a few right off my head. I was going to think about y'all.
You what?
I don't want to make Jeremy laugh. That's why I'm keeping comments to myself.
Behave.
What I do, Howard, lately is that if I feel like I'm getting ready to laugh, is I'll put pressure on my cheek so that I don't have to worry about my the inside of my lip going up against the braces.
I don't want you to go have to do all that. I just rather just not even say anything.
Okay, I appreciate that. Hi, Amanda.
Well, hello, Amanda.
Well, with any luck, I'll have these braces things taken out next week because the doctor said that it would be 4 to 6 weeks, and Sunday will be 4 weeks. So hopefully, and the next time I see the doctor will be on Thursday, so it'll almost be 5 weeks. But the thing that concerns me is my jaw is still not set straight, so I may have to go through this whole shit again.
Yeah, you got to watch that because they did that to my freaking knee. When I broke my femur right above my knee, they reset it at a weird angle. It wasn't set because when it broke, it twisted and it was a compound fracture, so it twisted. So when they set it, it was set twisted. So they had to go back and re-break it, saw it out, and add some like a gap in it, so bone calcium could form new bone and everything, and make it straight again.
Now something like that, I can deal with.
Well, no, you can't. That shit hurts. I had like three surgeries for that.
Ouch. See, the thing that I don't like about with what I'm going through is I can't eat any food.
I know you got to. I seen Adrian on last night. She's sitting down there. She had a surf and turf thing going on, and I was like, and you was on there, and I was like, man, that is some shit. And they're glad that she did broccoli and everything in front of. I said, man, look at this.
It doesn't really bother me if somebody is eating food like that on a show or in front of me. It's natural.
Yeah, but it's inconsiderate, I think.
No, I don't think it is. I may give that person a hard time, but I don't think it is. The thing is, at least with my boost, the boost and insurance and the Slim Pass that I've been having, they've been good enough for me.
Can you take like a malt? Can you stuff like that? Or is that too thick?
No, I think I could probably take a malt. I would have to do it with the syringe because it'd be very hard to get into a straw.
Yeah. Or shake, maybe.
Probably the same thing with the syringe. But all things considered, I really don't have much to complain about.
I mean, actually, when you think about it, you should be. I would be thankful I'm thankful that you're still alive. I mean,
yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing because I could have very easily have not survived.
Yeah. So hit you in the neck. Couldn't
I really don't have that much to complain about. How much weight have I lost? Well, as of today, Dawn, I have lost 26 pounds.
I don't think it'll show. Can you see that, Howard?
In the window?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that the picture you were talking about, Chris?
Well, no. The town historian had posted this one too. So this was
Oh.
actually a bank back in the day, but there's a guy up in the upper window.
Yep.
It's hard to see, but
Okay.
I'll send it to you, Jeremy.
Okay. Now, the thing, Dawn, the thing about the weight loss that I have is that I have been wanting to lose weight, and I finally lost the amount of weight that I've been wanting to. If I could lose 20 more pounds, I'd be happy with that. But now I am in that position so that when I do start eating, I could start eating and lifting weight so that I can really pack out the muscles. So yes, this was a tragic thing that did happen to me, but there are ways that this accident is going to be beneficial for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the dude in the window, he's wearing a little bow tie and everything, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like he's a banker.
Exactly. I can't find the one with the woman. Amanda, if you're still on there, did you save that photo that the historian posted with the woman in the white dress? Do you remember that photo?
That's what we were just talking about, Josh, just a while ago. Is the Omen, the movie The Omen. One that creeps me out the most is the movie when they made Poltergeist. All those children, all the children actors.
Christy, I do see somebody in that window.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
And like I said, it was the county historian that posted that.
Yeah, but that's not a lady in white. That is somebody in a black tuxedo.
Right. That's the bank. That's not the building I was talking about. That's another historical building downtown. I can't find the one I was talking about. I just asked Amanda if she saved it, and she said no.
Yeah,
I'll find it though, and I'll send it to you guys.
The picture, and that picture there is so clear that it could have been somebody actually dressed up in it or something.
Looks like a banker, because that's the way they used to do that shit back in the day. They used to dress up in a banker's outfit.
No, that's
but I mean I think that was taken recently.
A banker's outfit, unless that was an outfit they wore back in the 20s.
Well, that's a historical building, Jeremy. It was built in the early 1900s, so I mean it's highly possible. But they took that picture, I think, this past year, and they got that in the window.
Well, whenever they took that picture, honestly, it wouldn't matter. It is what they capture.
Exactly.
Yeah, blew it up.
There you go.
Yeah, that is so clear. That looks like somebody actually sitting. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Can you blow up the face a little bit more? Are you able to?
I might be able to listen.
Because that face doesn't look real. The face looks like it could have been a dummy. Like somebody dressed up a mannequin and put it there at that window.
I can't see the county historian doing that, but
Well, you'd be surprised what people would do if they want attention.
Trying to find a good vivid. You can really see his face. The closer you get, the more distorted because of the pixels.
right, you're gonna lose the pixelation.
Yeah. Well, from what I could tell, that doesn't look like, just a regular face. It looks. Oh, there we go. Really hard to tell from that.
I'm gonna send it to you, Jeremy.
He's got it. I sent it to
I
him.
got the picture.
Well, I'm gonna send him the blowed up version. That you want. Let's see where this one. Let's see.
or whatever it is, it's definitely somebody or something in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they used to wear in the bank in the old days, like that in the 20s and the 30s. They would go to work and they'd have a little, bow tie on them, and
Actually,
they would
just
dress.
about everybody wore that.
Yeah.
Not just bankers or whatever. Just about that was the normal dress and attire back then. I think.
I don't. She said she couldn't see it. I can't. I don't know how to share the picture. Jeremy, can you screen save or screen save?
Shit.
Share.
Can I what?
Do you know how to screen share that? The photo?
Nick does it all the time for me.
So what do you want me to do? Take that picture and be able to share it on here?
Right. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Because the people are saying they couldn't see.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
Okay. Yeah, Josh, I was trying to get the screen share of a screenshot.
How's the family doing, Jeremy?
Huh?
How's the family doing? How's Dad and your daughter and all doing?
Dad is actually doing a lot better. He did have COVID, but he's doing a lot better. He's getting around more. He's been coming over to the house, getting my mail for me, even though he doesn't have to do that. He and I went to Walmart yesterday, but I went to Walmart not only just to get out of the house, but mainly to be with him to make sure that he didn't get too tired or whatever. And Angelia is in is in a respite facility for a month. So she's supposed to be getting out of there by the end of the month. Yeah, and she's there because neither one of us are in any kind of condition to take care of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, she cannot be around me at all because of this trick that I have in my throat. Because that's the first thing she's going to want to do, try to grab at it.
That's not you. That's what she's probably would think.
Right. But I will say this, it's just killing me to not be able to see her.
Well, I mean, you might be able to see her. It's just that you just have to, keep a distance, keep your boundary about yourself.
I cannot take any chances at all.
I can understand that.
Okay.
I can't say that fast twice, let alone 10 times, Amanda. I couldn't even get out the words I needed to say.
What does she want said twice, 10 times fast?
Jeremy shared the. Oh, see, I can't even say it. What I was trying to tell you to do.
You can say it one time, let alone 10.
I know. Listen, I know my limitations. I'm just saying. I will readily admit.
Apparently with my jaw wired shut, I'm speaking better than you are.
Listen, sir. Just because you're Roger, don't mean I won't come smack the fire out of you. I'm just saying.
You come back, he sounds like freaking foreign. He got like a Scottish accent. And women gonna go freaking ape shit over that shit.
Okay, Howard, I'm ready to share this first picture.
All right.
There it is.
Yeah. So this is what gets me the face. Now look at that nose. Look how big that nose is.
Jeremy, some people have huge noses.
I know, I'm one of them right now.
Stop it.
But no, it looks like somebody's standing right up there at this door.
It looks like somebody actually standing at the door looking out.
Right.
does.
And this, just so
And
you
here's
guys know,
the-
this is zoomed in. This is in a huge brick building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like
Zoomed
what,
way
third
in.
or fourth floor?
Yeah.
And here's an even more close-up picture of this thing. So you can definitely tell that this guy is wearing a white shirt with a black tuxedo and a bow tie. There is absolutely no mistaking that. And you
You
can
want me to send you the picture of the building? That way you can put the building up there.
probably. And you
Yeah,
can
just so
also
they can
tell
see.
in this picture how he's got his hair combed.
I think so too, Josh.
Yeah. Oh, and while I have this up, I want to show this to people. But the 13th dimension, Natalie Mosley drew something up for me and my team, and I want to show this to people. She did such oops. She did such a fantastic job capturing the very best of all four of our members. She's got Scott with the chicken nuggets and the hot sauce.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I like tell him on his shirt. I love Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad, and the big size shoes that he wears. She made certain to do that, and then also with Crystal, her holding Ghost.
Wearing the box queen
Yeah,
crown.
Getting ready to shove that
Yeah.
scepter up.
and then
Tim's
she got
asshole.
me with the Slim Jim, and then she told us on the show earlier that was the dog whistle in my hand. And she even captured it because I do this a lot on the show. She even captured my eyebrow raised up above the other eyebrow.
Yeah.
So Natalie did such a fantastic job on that.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she sent that to me in the Christmas card.
You know that they're making action figures now?
Yeah. She
No, of paranormal investigators.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Shut up. No, they're not.
I swear.
oh,
I'm gonna
Who?
find that. What's his name? I'm gonna find it. Heck, I wrote him a message today.
Amanda said, love it. Should get t-shirts done, Jeremy, of that.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. I like that.
Okay, you know Kenny, the cryptozoologist,
Yeah.
crypto punk zoologist.
Yeah. Jeremy,
They
did
got
you
one.
get that other picture?
They got one. That's his.
Aha! How cute!
Then you got him.
Oh, okay.
And this is where they getting them made at. It's this place here.
What is that? What I can't.
It's
Something custom.
Charles Custom. I can't. Charlie's
Forward it,
Custom
Tim.
Toys. And they got. Let's see. He has more than just that. He has
Can you forward me that link?
it's Charlie Perez. That's it. That's it right here.
Okay.
And he's got that one. Who's this? This is
Okay, Howard. Share this picture.
Nick Valentine.
That's what the original picture looked like.
So do you have a little arrow where you can point to the window we're talking about, Jeremy? Yep.
Right here.
So yeah, that's like the third or fourth floor in this building. It used to be an old bank.
Yeah.
And I think it was built in the either early 1900s or the 1800s. I'd have to go back to the building to see the time because it's on the brick.
a building like that would be perfect for an investigation because imagine the history
Heck
behind
yeah.
it.
hmm Most of the buildings downtown are. I mean, it's most of downtown is nothing but historical buildings.
Right.
I know Tony Merkel. Yeah, I know Tony Merkel. He's a podcaster.
Mm,
Yeah, I know her.
Him. Tony Merkel. Let's see. Remember Dana Holyfield that I had on here? That Honey Island Swamp Monster. I did a show with her. Look, she's got hers in.
nice. I love it.
I
I
make custom toys. Yeah, they do all kind of stuff.
no, that's cool.
Chrissy, so that you know that when your team is on 13th Dimension next week,
Yeah.
I'll be doing a show too.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do it much in the way that I'm doing right now, but I'll be on the show to talk with you guys.
I mean, that's amazing. Just that you're able to get on here and talk to us, Jeremy.
Remember, I just got this sent in from Jillian Murphy.
No, technically, if you really think about it, I probably could have been able to do it this whole time, doing it this way.
Well, yeah,
You don't want to strain yourself.
I
yeah.
just
I
thought
mean,
of doing it.
you also want to focus on your health too, though, Jeremy. So you don't want to
Don't overdo it.
Yeah. Joshua, no, I am not in pain. I just have some discomfort, particularly in the nose because my nose is packed right now. The doctor intentionally packed my nose so that the scar tissue that develops in my nose does not plug up. So hopefully we will get that unplugged on Thursday when I see him.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
So the swellings all went down and everything, or everything's good now, Jeremy?
No, I still got quite a bit of swelling to to go down. But it's mostly in the cheek. I do have some swelling right along my eyebrows. That's where he did part of the incision.
Mhm.
But most of it is in the cheek, and I'm still in the cheek and my lip, my upper lip.
I'm surprised they didn't put like a drainage tube or something in there, some kind of help drain it.
He had a drainage tube for a little while, but it came out when he went home.
Yeah.
The day he was sent home, they took it out.
Yeah, they had a drainage thing where they took out the hip with a bone graft. They took out 2 bone grafts out of my my right hip. And that's really the only place where I feel any actual pain. But I do some exercises with my leg to work that out. But even with that, I'm still looking at possibly 6 months before fully recovering from that.
It's going to be longer than that because I'm going to tell you, Jeremy, I got hit. That broken femur that I had was back in 1988. And to this very day, I still have pains and creakiness and all kind of aches. Because once they start cutting into muscle and stuff like that, it takes, especially at our age, it takes longer for us to heal. And that was when I was 18 years old, and I'm still suffering with that kind of stuff.
Oh wow!
So,
Well, with this one here, even though they took the bone out of my hip, they actually went through my belly, the side of my belly, to do it.
wow.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that too. I figured they would go straight into the hip, underneath the waist, but they didn't.
That's where they did my knee. I would figure that with the compound, because the fracture I had right above it was my left knee, where the knee bends. Say that's your knee,
Yeah.
and then like that, it was about an inch above the knee. It broke. was a compound. So I had like two knees. So one can go up and down, and the other one can go side to side, up and down, all the way around because the bone was just rolling in there. It was
So was that
completely
like right above the kneecap?
yeah, right above. Where the two knees and the knuckle joints come together like that, the knee and the shin, and it had that part that bends like that.
Yeah.
Well, right where the wrist is at, that's where it broke.
Okay. But all in all, I am actually doing really very well,
That's good.
considering. Like I said, it could have been so much worse, but I'm actually healing quite well. And plus, being at home makes it so much better.
Positive attitude that you have. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that's what I had. I mean, I could have laid back and felt sorry for myself, and because the surgery, I mean, it probably wasn't extensive like you had, but what they did with me, because it was a knee, because it was broke so close to the knee like that. So what they had to do is dislocate the hip, pull the hip joint out, and they drilled a hole in top of the femur, and they put actually a rod in there all the way down to the knee, and then they put one screw on one side of the brake, another two screws on the top of the brake, and then they put a pin in my hip to hold it all into place, put it back in place. And each time I had to go in and get something extracted, I'd get a screw taken out, or first it was one screw they took out, and then I went back for the third operation. Then they took the other two screws out, and they just left the pin in my hip, so my hip wasn't popped out.
Ouch.
That's what they call sports medicine now. I was walking in 6 months. I mean, at work, walking, doing my job in 6 months' time. But they said, "Oh, you'd be disabled. You're going to be disabled for the rest of your life." I said, "No, I don't believe in that."
Well,
Right back.
for me, I can walk and everything just fine. I just can't really stand up for a very long time.
Because you lay down for a long time. It takes time to recover from something like that.
I laid in bed for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I did my physical therapies and everything at the hospital, but if I wasn't doing therapy, I was laying in that hospital bed.
Yeah.
But it for like the first, I want to say 5 days after the accident, I did go into a little bit of a depression with everything. I broke down and cried. And then after that, after having the surgery, then that was when I was like, okay, the worst of it is over. I gotta move forward because I don't know any other way.
They got you on good pain meds, I hope.
No.
Oh yeah, I got the only pain medicine that I have is liquid Tylenol.
What is it?
Tylenol.
Tylenol?
That's the only pain medicine I have got.
He didn't take, even when right after his major 14-hour surgery, he didn't take a lot of narcotics. He didn't want them. He didn't want them. We literally made him take it twice when I was there. But beyond that, he did Tylenol. He didn't want the narcotics.
I mean, I didn't feel anything. Man, 3 days, I don't even remember 3 days. Because I was on Demerol with a morphine drip. I mean, my mom would sit in there, I would wake up and I would just automatically start pushing that button and I just lay back down.
I want to tell you this. I did know I was on something strong because I think it was 2 days after my surgery. Let me see. I'm trying to think. No, after my surgery, I was in ICU for 16 hours. Mm-hmm. Then after that, they moved me into a room. And the day that they moved me into a room, the nurses were coming in to help me with the sponge bath and wash my hair. So,
Howard, behave.
how hold on. I'm pressing down on my cheek.
Try not to laugh. Sorry, Jeremy.
I know that facial expression that Howard made.
I know. I love that facial expression. It's so funny every time.
So what they did, in order to wash my hair, they brought in this big hair basin to put it on top of my bed, and so I just lay down and they just did the work. And I know I was on something strong because as I was laying down on that bed, it felt like I was in one of them video games where you got like in a train, and the bed was going all over the place.
Mhm.
And I know that we never left the room, that the bed itself never moved.
Hmm.
With whatever medication they had me on at that particular time,
Sounds like it might have been morphine.
I don't know what it was.
I think it was a derivative of morphine, Jeremy. I'd have to look back, but I have it written down.
Yeah. But for
Yeah.
the
Did you
first
make
2 years after that surgery, every time I lay down on that bed, I felt like I was going on a trip.
Really?
Yeah. And then after 2 days, that was it.
Yeah.
I would ask them to make sure they scrub that under chassis really good. Go ahead and get your on there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Scrub,
Shut
scrub.
up, Howard.
Yeah, Mrs. Spot.
Listen.
Mrs. Spot. That's not it.
Listen. Howard. God. You are a nurse's nightmare, sir.
I am. When I was in the hospital,
He would be a nurse or something. But we had to clean my hair that day because that was the first time my hair had been washed since before the accident.
Yeah.
So imagine how badly matted my hair was.
Oh, I know it was. And I know it was very, very dirty. Had to have been.
Yeah,
you should just cut it short.
it was caked in blood. What's that?
Yeah, right now you might want to just like cut. I would get it cut a little short right now, Jeremy. I know it's winter. I know you like your hair and everything, long hair and all, but I would just get it cut because you got everything that's going on in that face right now, and it would make it easier for you to when you have to wash your hair and stuff like that, rather than soaping it way down your back and everything.
Believe it or not, I actually thought about that. A friend of mine from work had asked me about going ahead and just donating my hair since I was so close to when I normally would donate it.
Yeah.
It had crossed my mind, but I'm
Just get it cut a little shorter. That way you make up for whatever how long it is that you had to get it cut for.
Yeah, well, it did have gone on ahead right now and shaved my head and donated it, it would have been fine. But I'm actually glad I didn't do that because later on this summer I'm supposed to be a part of a documentary feature, and I had decided to postpone doing my hair for 1 year because most people know me with the long hair.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to see me on a show with short hair, they probably wouldn't realize who I was, at least at first. So that's why I'm going to wait an extra year, grow my hair out some more, and then shave it all off.
Josh, I saw what you said about your accident, and I'm so glad that you made it through. That's got to be hard healing as well. And Scotty, I'm pulling it up now, sir.
See, that's why you got to either go to Colorado or Louisiana. So you can get that there marijuana, and you can smoke that shit, and you won't have to worry about all that pain and all that stuff.
I
He's
didn't
saying
see,
not in pain.
I
Oh,
didn't see anything about Joshua in an accident. What happened, Josh?
He was in a car accident, and he said go back up, Howard.
go back up.
Yeah, the comments from Joshua. He was in a car accident. He broke, I think he said his neck or back.
Oh.
This is one part of it.
There it is. Most of my teeth broke my sternum and spine in 2019. Almost broke every rib I have. Doctors couldn't believe I survived.
Oh, wow. Oh, and that was just a couple of years ago. Wow.
What the hell you got going on there? What are you doing?
Scotty did the video. Jeremy, did you watch that video I sent?
No, I have not.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't have a chance. Literally after 13th Dimension, Scott and I did our after show for just a few minutes. Then we got done with that. Then I took my Tylenol and then I came in here and I was like, "Hey, let me in on this show."
Well, Scotty, you did well.
There's one thing I want to tell you, Jeremy, and this is something you have to think about because
What's
it
up?
happened to me during my when I was doing all my they call it physical therapy.
Yeah.
Even though it's in your face, you still have moving parts in your face. You have your jaw, you have everything that your jaw, you have those muscles that make you smile, frown, and everything else, closing your eyes and everything. Okay. With my knee, this is what happened to me, personal experience. The bone started growing back, with basically what you're doing with your face right now, correct? The bone they did all that to have the bone grow back, and
he had complete facial reconstruction. Yes.
Okay, that's a lot of bone.
They rebuilt my face with plastic and metal.
Okay, yeah, I have that. Yeah, and bone. Now,
yeah, I don't know how much bone is left.
Now, your body as a male, women lose this, but men, for some reason, they keep it. It's their calcium. That's bone. What happens? Calcium forms bone. Well, usually when you have breaks like that, your body automatically sends a lot of calcium to that. Okay, to repair it. What happens is the calcium also forms into the muscle, and your muscle comes calcified. So what I had to do is go back into the hospital at least every 2 months and get my knee bent. Even though I was bending it, and the pain wasn't that much because it was a lot of pain. That calcification was happening with the muscle. So what they had to do is put me out and bend my knee to tear away the muscle from the bone. So you might be going through some of that. My suggestion to you, once they take those wires out of your jaw and everything, even though you're going to physical therapy, do the work at home too. Continue the work at home. I'm pretty sure they'll tell you that.
Well, that's the thing. The therapy is coming to my house.
Mm-hmm.
But even though you're going through physical therapy, they're what, a couple of hours maybe? Keep doing the work. Even when they're not there, do the work. Do it yourself.
Oh yeah, they have already given me some exercises to do with my eyes at least, but now, but there's nothing I can do exercise wise as far as my mouth goes. At least not yet. But the thing is, I do know I am going to have at least 2 more surgeries. One surgery. Hi Nick. One surgery, they're going to have to go in to flatten the metal piece on the left side of my cheek because it's sticking out. So they're going to have to go in, and the way that the doctor said it is they're going to have to go into my left eye socket to go in and flatten the metal to make it.
I can do it better than that. You won't have to go into your eye socket. I got a nice ball peen hammer at the house over here.
Well, the thing
Listen,
is,
Howard. Shit.
the
Sorry.
thing is, they're going to have to go into my eye socket anyway so that they can reset and realign my eyes. Because you probably don't know this, but I've got double vision really, really bad right now.
Yeah.
My eyes. My left eye looks like that is staring straight on, like exactly like it's supposed to, but I think it's a little crooked. And my right eye, if I'm looking right at you, my right eye is actually up a little bit, like I'm trying to look up. So I'm gonna have to have them reset both of my eyes during that next surgery.
I think they got to wait for all the swelling to go down, number one, so they can truly see what they need to adjust to, though, don't they, Jeremy?
Yeah. And I'm also hoping that with the with the swelling is going to help my left eye settle a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
the other surgery that I know I'm going to have is to fix the teeth on my lower jaw. Because I know I have at least one broken teeth at the back of my jaw. But
you're gonna have a lot of dental problems in there.
yeah. Well, here's the weird thing. I got hit in the face on the left side of my. I got hit on the left side of my face, but it's the tooth on the right side of my jaw that's broke.
Because it
Did you land on,
shifted the teeth.
did you land on your right side?
The only thing that I remember happening was that after I got hit, I just fell down to one knee.
How many drinks did you have, Scotty?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this much right now, Jeremy. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna make fun of you no more, as in the white Wookiee. I'm not gonna call you white Wookiee no more. That's dead. That's gone. Now I'm gonna call you the $100 man, like the $1 million man.
You should call me the Bionic Man.
We'll just call you the $100 man.
No.
Man.
Call me the Bionic Man because now I've got metal in my body.
That's true.
No. He's not bionic. There's a $1 million man. There was a bionic man. They called him the $1 million man. He was made. That's what they. You are now the $100 man.
I'll go.
Well, listen, Jeremy. At least the Wookiee's dead. I know you hated that nickname.
It might come out every once in a while, though.
A long time ago.
The Wookiee might come back. You never know.
No.
Here's how I describe it. The Wookiee died a long time ago. The paranormal Adonis have morphed into the Phenom out of the ashes.
No.
He's the Phoenix.
No. He's a $100 man.
Not the Phoenix, the Phenom.
The unbionic man.
Like phenomenal.
There it is. Yeah. There it is. The unbionic man.
Wasn't that what I told you a couple of minutes ago, Howard? The
bionic. Yeah. Unbionic. There it is. That's what we're going to call you.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the $6 million man. I'm the
$100 man. You're not $6 million. It'd be $100.
Yeah. Honestly, in a way, I do feel like the Phoenix after all of this.
The Phoenix. We already got a Phoenix in the paranormal field. Phoenix
Joshua, just to sum it up, he was injured at work. Plexiglass that's about 8 inches in diameter and 1 inch thick hit him in the face. And basically shattered just about every bone in his
pressurized tank.
Jeremy got pissed off at the pressurized tank and threw his face right into it.
He said, "No more nuts." He didn't like working the nut room.
Yeah.
Howard, leave it alone. Don't even start. Just don't even.
He's nuts.
Luckily, I got to my cheek before I smiled.
Sorry, Jeremy. I knew the moment I said nut room where his mind went, and I thought, oh shit. I just opened that can of Howard's mind.
There it is.
Yeah, Joshua. If that plexiglass had gone an inch or two in any other direction, I would not have survived. I still got scars. The scars start right in between my eye and kind of zigzag a couple times down my nose and then halfway across my left cheek. That was where the original damage is at. And then also I have incisions right above both of my eyebrows so that the doctor could really open me up, rebuild my face, and then sew me back together.
Oh my God, Jeremy took a nut to the face. Scott! Yes.
I'm not going to call him nuts. These nuts. What's your first name? D's. Your last name? Nuts.
Jeremy, you should have waited to come on this show.
Oh, get a little Planters guy up there, a little Planters peanut up there. Put a little beard and long hair on it.
Okay, so with that, you know, with the scars where they're at, I could still grow my normal beard. So I am thankful for that.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because where the scar goes across the cheek, it is right above my beard line. So I am happy about that.
I'm gonna get somebody to make that for me. I'm gonna get somebody to make up the Planters peanut guy and just take his little monocle off and his top hat and shit, and just put a little long black hair on him, a little beard, mustache on him.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Josh, you are absolutely right. It was a life-changing experience. Ricky had to leave earlier, Scott.
He was at a friend's house, and there was a certain time that they had to be offline.
Yeah. So yeah, it was definitely a life-changing experience, and I can almost guarantee you there will be more life-changing events coming. I can almost guarantee that. But the good thing about this accident is that this accident should have killed me. But this accident also, if you really think about it, had done some good things for me too. Because it's given me a chance to do a lot of reflection. And it had enabled me to release a lot of anger and tension that I have been holding for a long time.
They should contemplate on life.
Contemplated on life, contemplated on what was truly important and what I can do from this point forward. So, yeah, exactly. It almost it did kind of rebirth me in a way.
Do you remember talking to me that night when you went into the hospital?
What's that?
Do you remember talking to me that night? It was about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. We started talking. This is right when you went to the hospital, and it was your first. You got admitted and everything, and same day. And it was that next morning that I guess he was in there, and we started talking, chatting on Facebook. And the biggest thing you was worried about was the network. And I told you, don't worry about that. And we got it covered. You know, you got good people in place to take care of it. Don't worry about none of this. Get better.
I know that was one thing that I was really worried about the network, but I knew that with having Crystal and Adrian in the places that they were going to take good care of the network. And I knew that with the rest of you guys, all the other show hosts, that everybody was going to work together.
Well, yeah.
Now you got Crystal. I don't know, she supposed to got tested today. I know Tim called me up, or he texted me, and he said he's been out of it because he's got the Omicron, or whatever they call it, that Omni virus.
Omicron.
Yeah.
Tim and Crystal are down at the moment.
Yeah.
But you know, we still have people, we still have our staff, and plus I'm back. So if anybody needs anything, I can do whatever to help people, to support people, whatever they need. Now that I'm back.
You just take it easy and you just rest yourself.
Oh yeah, I am.
I mean, if you want to do it, that's fine. But just don't force yourself to doing it. Just.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know how. I don't have the ability to stay still and do nothing.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I know. People ask me about
he gets stir crazy if he has to sit there for 5 minutes.
I know. That's why you get yourself, video game or something, or just something to distract yourself.
Jeremy does have a heart of gold.
Yeah, he does.
Contact me. I'm drunk.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you.
People will contact me asking me what happened to you. What happened to you?
This is what I do. I'll do work around the house. Like yesterday, I took down all of my outside Christmas decorations. It only took me about 45 minutes, but I made sure I took it easy. And when I got done with that, I went into my living room and sat down on my couch, and I took about a 25-minute nap.
Yeah.
So whenever I do anything that is physical, when I get done, I'll just sit on my couch and just take a little nap. That way I can rest, and then I'll get up and get back on the computer.
Why do you think when you're laying in bed and when you get injured like that? I had that same injury, and you're laying in. Well, I know you can't. But when you was injured, and you're laying in bed for 2 weeks, right? And you in your mind you have that thinking of, I'm gonna just get right up and walk, because that's the last thing you remember before your accident. I was doing something, I was working, I was whatever. And then all of a sudden you're in the bed. Then your mindset is, well, I'm gonna just get up and just walk off. And then as soon as you put your feet over the side of the bed, the nurses are there saying, take it easy, take it easy. It's because you're not used to that standing up anymore. And your legs are lost a lot of that, you lost a lot of your strength.
Howard, that was not how it was for me at all, because I remember the accident.
Yeah.
I remember that entire night of the accident. I knew there would be no way.
Because they didn't give you no good drugs. Man, look, they got me. I was hooked up. They hook a brother up. I said, man, my dad said they didn't want me feeling no pain. You know what? Howard didn't feel shit. I was out of it.
One thing I do know is that during that whole time, I don't think I ever felt the pain of that plexiglass hitting me in the face, because I think what it was is that my body went into shock immediately. Yeah. It blocked the pain.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that. I don't
remember pain either.
Yeah, I remember having my hands up to my face as if I was holding my face together. Little did I know that was exactly what I was doing.
Holding your face together.
And I remember the blood, but I don't remember the pain.
Yeah. I know I had a lot of people ask about you right after this happened, and I knew what happened, but you wanted to keep it private. You wanted to keep it private, which I said, fine. I didn't have no problem with that. So people were asking me, what happened to Jeremy? I said, he's in the hospital. What happened? What happened? I said, he's getting a penis enlargement. I mean, that's what he was going in for.
I actually remember you saying that. I actually remember you saying that. Joshua, yes, I do have a high tolerance for pain. I do have that.
Yeah, but your body goes into shock. I've felt that before. And you don't feel nothing. You get cold. You do get cold. But your body, you just, it's like your mind shuts off them pain receptors like that, and it's overload.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't remember getting cold.
That's because Howard was waxed. That's why he doesn't feel any pain.
That is true.
Okay.
I wax everything.
But I do remember talking to a lot of
people. No, you don't. I don't believe a word of it. Show me.
But
I'm scared.
I do remember thinking, yes, that the network was in good hands.
Yeah.
Especially with being everything so brand new. The thing that I was disappointed in is that I had just gotten back into doing podcasts again.
Yeah.
They're having that little break.
Yeah, you were supposed to be the first guest on this show.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to that.
Well, and that's when I said now. So
and that's what I mean. I heard about the accident. I said, "Fuck, there goes my guest."
Because I remember we were supposed to talk to the ghosty girls that night of the accident, and then we had Ernie Pack the next day on 13th Dimension. that I really wanted to be a part of, to talk to Ernie and to talk about Waverly Hills. And then that Saturday, and I think they also did it on Sunday too. They did the whole marathon for Waverly.
Yeah, I know. I did that 15 hours.
Yeah,
I'm wearing the shirt.
I got the
Yeah.
shirt too.
Save
wanted-
Waverly Hills.
yeah, I wanted so bad to be a part of that.
Well, you can still be a part because it ain't going. That's going to be on for a while.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
this court case will probably be a year or two in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time we didn't know that.
Oh wow, Dawn, in a coma for a month? That's crazy.
Scott.
Oh, yes, you have, Scott. You have been asked to be a guest on several shows. What are you
Did
talking about?
he just flip us off?
Yeah, he said, "Well, we didn't never ask." Oh,
And,
as I heard, Scotty, you was
and when Dawn was
doing
talking
well.
about her being in a coma for a month, I had actually asked about being put in a coma myself for 6 weeks, because I honestly did not know how I was going to be able to get by with my jaw being wired shut.
See, you would have been in a coma. That'd be actually worse for you.
I understand that. But at the time, it would have been so nice for me to be able to just go into surgery. And then all of a sudden, I wake up 6 months later, and most of the swelling would have gone down. My jaw would have been open. This trach would have been gone. Because I did not know, at least in the beginning, I did not know how I was going to live through that. But it turns out I'm doing just fine. I'm used to it now.
Well, I know Tim Kohler told me you win in a lot of kazoo contests here lately with that thing, so that's a good deal.
A lot of what?
Kazoos, you know.
Your passing mirror on your trach is what he's talking about.
Oh.
That's what he told me.
Oh yeah, that was a weird thing when they put this new trach. See, there was one trach in there, then they took it out and put a smaller one in there, and it was so weird. I'd be laying down on the hospital bed, and then I would just sit up, and these sounds that would come out of that trach made it sound like I was farting. It did that for like 3 or 4 days, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. So I don't know why.
Like that.
But it was so weird.
Scotty, we will have you on as a guest. I promise. Very, very, very soon.
Yeah, Scott, you'd be part of this show.
You want to come on next week, Scotty? Come on next week on the Holy Trinity.
There you go. Next Friday, buddy. What about it? Come on.
There you go, Scott. Get ready for 4 hours of podcast.
Nick, when did you order your shirt? I know they said if you ordered extended sizes, they were kind of backed up on those.
You know, I need to order a shirt myself. I haven't gotten around to doing that.
So you make a $25 donation and you get a free shirt.
Correct.
So basically, you're ordering a shirt.
You're making a donation.
Right. All the money from that donation that you're getting the free shirt for
Yes.
goes to the court case. Well, for them.
Let me ask you this, Jeremy, with the trach in there, they put the new one in. Are you able to take a shower? I mean, some of them, they have these little things that you can put over your trach. You know, you hold the tube itself.
He can cap his trach. He can take the passing mirror off and cap it completely if he wanted.
But you can't breathe.
Oh, I can breathe. I
Even
can breathe
cap.
without right now. I can breathe through my mouth. That has never been an issue. The only reason this is here is in case they need to do surgery on my mouth, in which case that would completely cut off all oxygen without this trach. That's why I've got this trach here.
It's a precautionary measure.
Yes.
Essentially, yeah.
Because right now my nose is popped.
Right.
And the reason that they pack my nose is so that if, for the scar tissues that are forming in there, that they don't pack my nose. So that's why pre-packed it.
Nick, email Denise and Ernie.
Yeah. Dawn said she donated on the wrong side.
Did you go to Waverly Hills? Isn't it savewaverlyhills.com?
SaveWaverlyHills.com.
That's what I just said.
And then there's a thing where you just shows you where to make the donation at on there.
Joshua, yeah, sometimes it is hard to. I'm able to breathe through my mouth without a problem. But the thing
You
is,
just can't open it very far.
right. But the thing is, when I'm drinking, I can only drink the stuff through a straw, and at that point, I have to make myself stop breathing so that I can drink. But like I said, I'm really hoping that when I see my doctor on Thursday, they will pull that packet out of my nose. I'm hoping. Because it'll already have been 4.5 weeks after the surgery.
You gotta look at it this way, Jeremy. The worst is over. You know, the injury, that was the worst part.
Yes,
now, now the healing.
Worst is over. Yes, that is correct.
Now you're just doing the healing. So that's the good part.
But I will still have at least one more surgery to do, and then whatever they have to do with my mouth. The thing that concerns me, Nick, you can message me anytime. You can message me right now. The only thing that concerns me is that they wire my jaw shut so that it can set itself. But the thing is, I don't think my jaw is lined up the way that it needs to be. So I am worried that they're going to have to rewire my jaw, and that I would have to go through 6 more weeks of this. That would be terrible.
Like I said, with your mouth wired like that, you're going to have a lot of dental work when you have to wind up getting done.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if I did not have this broken tooth, if they took the wires out, I probably wouldn't have to worry about it. But because I do have a broken tooth, I do have to worry about it. But last week I had a CT scan, so Thursday I should see how everything looks. But all in all, no matter what, I have been so fortunate with everything that has happened after that. Not only with the doctors and the nurses and the therapists, but with how my friends have been. Like Christy here has been a big help. She helped get my car back to the house with Scott Smith from work. She had also helped me get caught up on my bills.
Jeremy handed me his checkbook.
Jesus Christ, man! You don't do that kind of shit. Even if I'm taking it with me when I'm dying, I'm dead. You put my checkbook in my back pocket.
And the keys to his house and car.
Lord. Especially the Chrissy.
Well, I knew that I could trust Chrissy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chrissy is one of my dearest friends.
But you haven't found everything yet, though. Wait till those charges come in.
Whatever.
but I knew that I could trust her.
Absolutely.
Besides, she also knows that if she had crossed me, I know where she lives.
I don't know. Chrissy's actually took up wrestling now. So
So, but yeah,
Crap, Howard.
so yeah, after I got put into the second hospital, she came over to the house and she grabbed all of my mail, my checkbook. She also grabbed a few other things that I needed too. Uh, and you know what, Chrissy? Tend to find out, I did not need that alarm clock.
No kidding.
Uh, well, because I was waking up in the middle of the night and only getting a couple hours sleep at a time. I was already awake long before the alarm needed to come up.
And you're gonna find that coming to you, that you're gonna have your days and nights that they'll be all screwed up. You know,
In a way, yes. In a way, yes. But everything worked out just fine. One thing that I did need was my hearing aid dry pack. I really needed that. But yeah, we ended up paying off like 7 or 8 bills that day. Yeah.
how about you? You know, that's one thing I want to also ask you about seriously is your hearing.
My hearing has actually been affected a little bit uh,
For the better or for the worse?
worse. So, well, that's just it. It is
It could be just be from swelling too.
exactly like today. Um, when after I dry my hair, after washing my hair, I always take Q-tips to clean out my ears, and usually you could take your Q-tip and just go straight in to clean it. I was not able to. I had to manipulate it in both ears. Again, that could be from the swelling.
Yeah.
That's one of the first things I when they said that you had all that hit you in the face and all that, and everybody said, "Oh, he'll be back in a couple of months." I said, "You don't know what's actually happening right now. You don't know if it's he could have brain swelling. He can have. You don't know what's going to come out of all this."
Somebody mentioned something about brain swelling. So, yeah, I'm surprised that my brain did not swell. Uh, no concussion. So I'm glad about that. There are some people who are worried about that I may have PTSD after all of this.
Yeah, you will.
Now,
You'll have nightmares.
yeah, well, I don't really dream. I don't have nightmares.
You will now.
I'm the kind of person who normally would not have to PTSD.
Mhm.
Like a year from now, I'd be the guy who would look back. Okay, yes, this happened to me. I will never forget it, and then I'll just move on.
Yeah.
But there
Don't
are other
be
people
bad
that
on him, Howard.
But this is something that's totally different. I mean, this is something that was very traumatic. I mean,
yeah.
this like I said, you might want to start now and talk to a counselor or something.
That's already in the works, Howard.
Yeah,
It's already been suggested. It's in the works.
it's definitely in the works.
Thank you, Josh.
And psychiatrists for my past.
Yeah,
Things got worse and worse.
it's been talked about, and it is the wheels are in motion for a lot of
You can
things.
talk to me, Jeremy. I'll listen.
Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. No, you are not being a counselor, sir. No, listen.
Well,
Jeremy, don't do it.
Howard, let me tell you this. I am going to wait until I have this shit taken out of my mouth, and then I'll talk to you.
You can't talk to him without laughing.
Right.
I mean, no, you know me, Jeremy, and I mean, I'm one person on these shows, and I'm a different person when I'm off these shows.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk, I'm here. I mean, I've been through the same, not your injury, but I've been through those type of life-changing injuries. I've had life-changing events in my life, so I know where you're coming from. I know about the PTSD. I know about Look, I didn't think when I was young. So I was 8. Now I just fall asleep. I just go down, sleep, and back up, and didn't dream. Now I have actual nightmares. So But I got somebody in here for you, Jeremy. Hold on.
Hi,
Hey,
Nick.
Jeremy.
How you doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Doing all right. Just happy to be doing podcast again.
Yeah.
You sound
I
like
mean, I got to
Scotty.
say, that was.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
I mean, I got to. I got to say, I mean, I was only originally just going to stop in for just a few minutes, but after seeing that you were on, I was like, whoa, he's back in some way. So, you know, it's good to have you back on these shows, definitely.
I'm happy to be back. I wasn't originally going to be on any show until I felt competent enough to be on video, and right now I am nowhere near ready to be on video because when you look
Right,
at
right.
me, and I know Chrissy will yell at me for this, but when you look at me, I basically look like that I have been put together by Dr. Frankenstein.
No, he doesn't. Don't listen to him.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
He's
Wow.
making this more extreme than what it is. He looks okay. He looks fine. He does have swelling and he will have scarring, but he
Oh, yeah.
is still Jeremy.
Yeah, there's going to
And
be
let's
Right,
knock it off.
right.
I'm gonna have to attack him.
Have they gave you any Lasix to try to get that swelling out of your face?
any what?
No,
Lasix.
no, he's never
No.
been on water pills.
That removes
Actually,
you.
before this whole thing started, I was on 2 blood pressure pills, and one of them is a water pill.
Right, but they didn't have you on that at the hospital.
No,
Are you back on them now?
no.
You might want to talk to you about to see about maybe with some Lasix that help to get the swelling out of your face, because that's what I use to get the swelling out of my legs.
Well, but that's for
Right.
edema.
I was going to.
He doesn't have edema. This is
But
trauma.
water is water.
It's
Well, the thing is, I probably don't want the swelling in my face to go down too quick.
Right.
Because it probably needs the water and whatever else for it to finish its healing.
Right.
Especially after they put all that metal in me.
yeah.
Yeah. But in
Right,
due time, in due time, I will be back on video on podcast.
Yes, Josh.
I've already got a waiting list of shows that want me to be on their shows. I've got it written down on my computer. 3 shows that want me to be on their shows, and 2 of them are not even a part of this network.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were messaging me
How about
while I
that?
was in the hospital, saying, "Hey,
Just don't overdo it, Jeremy. Just don't overdo it.
no, I'm not."
Well, he knows I know where he lives, and I will kick in his door if I have
You
to.
will.
Well, she coming in half blue
I
with a
will.
song.
I'm not wearing a thong, and I'm not painting my face
Was going
blue.
about 90 miles an hour. It'd be like she's like a little helicopter.
Listen, I showed up like that. His neighbors would call the police.
But yeah,
Especially that one that you almost burned down. Right, Chrissy?
What? What did you say,
Especially that
Jeremy?
neighbor of mine that you almost ran down.
Yeah, I can see him standing out there. His neighbor, literally, the day I took Jeremy home from the hospital, his neighbor literally jumped out of his yard into Jeremy's driveway as I was trying to pull out. He's like, wait. And I'm like, who the hell are you? And why are you jumping in front of my car? And so I roll down the window and he's like, how's Jeremy? I said, he's doing okay. He's going to recover. He says, well, I assume that. I said, well, what else do you want me to tell you? He said, well, I want you to tell him something. But he just wanted to get a message to Jeremy, like, know that he was there if he needed anything. And I said, well, he's home already. I said, so you don't need to do anything to the house unless he asks you to. He's like, well, just let him know. So I told Jeremy. And then Jeremy's like, well, Chrissy, what neighbor? I said, Jeremy, the neighbor that's connected to the driveway. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's really the only neighbor that I talk to.
Yeah.
You keep throwing shit in other people's yards. I guess that's why they don't talk to you.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I do to my next door neighbor. I throw
One thing that I am glad is that the accident happened during the season where I don't have to worry about yard work or anything like that. I don't have to worry about getting anybody to come over to mow my yard or whatever.
We have that all set up. Don't you worry. We did
Yeah.
take care of that too, man.
you got a ways to go, man. You got what? You got about 6-7 months before that happens, huh?
Mm,
Not around
March
here.
or
I
April.
was gonna say I wouldn't think that. Yeah,
I
at least
I think
by the
April
spring.
is about the time that we start having to start mow our yards. And by the time the snow starts flying, I should be healed up enough to be able to shovel out driveway.
How you gonna? That's another thing. You got this thing scheduled in August. Are you gonna be okay to do that?
That's 8 months from now.
You don't know what's gonna happen in it. I don't even know what's gonna happen to me tomorrow.
Howard,
What?
stop being a negative
Oh,
Nancy.
jeez.
Don't be
I got to be.
a fan.
I got to be negative, Nancy.
Fan. Damn
I
it.
got to be. I got to be.
Positive. Be positive. Listen, sir. Be positive.
Listen.
I'll be positive as soon as I see them passes are going.
He's gonna be fine. Now stop it.
Yeah.
I want to see them passes go.
I got your
But
tassels
then
right
I'll
across my
be
ass
healed.
cheeks. Now behave.
Yeah, at the end of August, I'll be good. It'll be okay, Howard.
Yes.
I'm just concerned about you.
I know. I appreciate that. That's why I scheduled
She
this.
doesn't see that. That's a negative. Scream Queen. That's what I call you. Scream Queen.
You can call me whatever you damn well please. But
Just
we're
don't call her
not going
Luke
to
Medina.
manifest negative things.
Yeah.
Don't call her once. Wait, what?
What?
Don't call her late for dinner.
Call me late for dinner.
Hush up.
I'm gonna get him gone.
Really quick. While she's in here, Chantel, wait. Chantel, I want to let you know that after I get all healed up and everything, I am going to find me a ranch and ride a horse. Just to get.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm saying. You don't know what's going to happen.
Wrap your ass in bubbles, sir.
She had been telling me over the last few months about how therapeutic she finds riding horses. So I'm going to give it a try.
Yep. She's told me to.
In her face.
Yeah. She's been telling me about it too. So I know exactly what she's talking about.
Listen, the last time I got on a horse that took off with me, ran into the woods and just took off and left the whole group that was with us.
Well, hell, I'd run too if I seen you coming.
I was on the horse at the time.
Well,
but that's what he was
Were you
scared
like
of.
riding a carriage or something?
Oh my God!
I'll try to make sure that everything is under controlled circumstances for me. Under a controlled environment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like
I got a feeling Chantel probably will know what she's doing.
Yeah, but horses are just like any other animal. They can be unpredictable at times.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
I mean, they're beautiful. See? Yeah, Chrissy, horses can be assholes. Yes, they can be. I was screaming.
Yes.
I was screaming, stop! And everybody
was motherfucker riding your back and screaming and hollering and shit. I'd run too.
Shut up, Howard.
But yeah, I'm still gonna give riding a horse a try for Chantal.
Always great to try something new, at least in the end.
Yeah.
Listen, Chantel, let's put him on a little bitty pony so his feet touch the ground.
and then give him like a My Little Pony plush doll afterwards.
That's right. We'll give you a balloon, like an it balloon, a red balloon.
Jeremy can be sitting back like that. Yeah. I'm riding my steed.
No.
But,
Oh,
but yeah,
shoot.
you know, after all of this, I'm going to be trying a few new things after I get healed up, and riding a horse is definitely going to be one of them.
Screw the horse. Come on down to Louisiana and put you on an alligator.
That is one thing I am not going to try. But in all honesty, you know, I have lived a good life, and I have tried, you know, different things. I've had many different kinds of experiences, but there are still some other things out there that I haven't done that I want to do, and riding a horse is one of them.
Okay,
I did that.
Okay, I've come to terms with it. I just had to freak the fuck out for a moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've done everything I just about can possibly do except jump out of an airplane, and I ain't fucking jumping out of no airplane.
That is one thing I absolutely will not do. Jump out of an airplane. I will not do that.
Fuck that.
Don, I am not going to.
So not even.
David Woods, right a cowboy.
Yeah.
I love you, Don. You are amazing.
No, if I may,
Don, you're the best man.
ride a
Going over my nerve, cowboy.
I will go and ride a cowgirl, but I won't ride a cowboy. So
They bow-legged. You didn't know that?
They
heard
do
of
have
horses
special
trained
horses
to
for that, Linda. They
rehabilitate
do.
humans. Actually, I like that idea, Linda. I should look into that. Horses that-
It's
that
called
are-
equine therapy.
Boating on the bayou,
huh?
which you said.
Listen.
She's saying that she's heard of horses trained for rehabilitating humans.
Jeremy, it's called
Dogs
equine therapy. Equine therapy. And there is a place close to Fort Wayne. It's in Allen County. There is one.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh no! Hey, here you go, Jeremy. You want to do that? We can. I know Dana was talking about opening up a camp down in Honey Island Swamps, and go camp out in the Honey Island Swamps. You boat out there, in the bayou and stuff like that, and you get to like a little island area.
Fucking alligators out there and shit that'll eat you.
So what am I dreaming about when I get my jaw unlocked? Food.
Yeah.
Solid food. That's what I'm doing.
As long as I cannot run you, Christy, I'm fine.
I have a gun. I'm they'll stop to eat your ass. That's
Out
weird.
there, you can shoot them all day long. It's still coming at you. You got to make sure you get a kill shot. It's got to be right behind the back of the head.
Listen, I can shoot a bow and arrow too, so I'm bringing a gun and a
Bring
bow.
it. Bring it. Bring it.
Test
I'm just going to stand behind you and let that thing come. And
you
then
ain't standing behind me.
oh, hell yeah. I'll be up in a
No,
tree.
hell no.
I'll be up in a tree.
No. And you're a hell of a lot taller than me anyhow, ass hat.
I will say this, I have been getting phantom tastes.
Phantom taste.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could taste pizza already. I can taste the macaroni and cheese. I can taste a good spicy chicken sandwich. I can
You know what's
taste.
gonna be really fucked up, Jeremy, is when you get your wires unjawed, you get that first bit of food in your mouth and you swallow it, and then it's gonna be like, I'm done. Because your stomach's gonna shrink that much where you just eat a spoonful of something and you're gonna be fucking full.
You might be right.
It's almost like gastric bypass
That's
surgery,
kind of like
man.
the Jeremy, that's like when we I can't remember that place's name already. It's like if you ordered one of those deep dish pizzas we had when we were at DeadCon, like just one bite of like one slice. It's like that's it.
Oli's pizza. Oli's.
Oh, yeah, that was place. Oli's, yeah.
That's such a good pizza.
It is. One piece is all you
It
need.
really is.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
There's David right there.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and come
Oh,
out
Dave,
and
I didn't
say
know
it.
you vote on the bike.
Back in June, before I started working on losing weight, I was right at 270. I have bottomed out at 241, and then right before the accident, I was at 250. This morning, I weighed in at 224.
Whoa.
And you can
How
tell
about that?
you can tell in my upper body that I had lost a lot of weight. But
Well, you're not only losing fat though, Jeremy. You've lost a lot of muscle.
yes,
Yep.
so the advantage of that
Yeah.
is that once I heal, especially in the trach area, is I can start working on my bowflex and start packing on the muscles in there as I'm gaining weight back.
Yeah.
That's another good question there, Jeremy. I mean, you just said something that hit me. With the trach in your throat and everything, how would that affect your singing?
I have actually practiced singing a little bit, and it's not bad. But if I can already talk now, and most people say that I sound pretty much the same as I did, I don't think I sound the same.
Yeah.
But that's my own hearing. Everybody else has been saying that I sound pretty much the same as I always had. But once the jaw is unlocked and the trach is out and the trach close and the opening closes, the consensus is that my regular singing voice will be back. But we're not going to really know until after that happens.
You'd be able to sing some of that Celtic shit too, man, with that Scottish voice you got going on.
Well, I don't know about that. But we're just going to have to wait and see. But I do have two music videos that I had recorded before the accident that I never put out on TikTok and YouTube. That I really should put out.
Yeah.
I can tell. Be safe, girl. Be safe.
Bye, Chantal. Thank you for
Take care,
joining us.
Chantel.
Because you have
Always good seeing
one who
you.
was her name, Bonnie Tyler. She couldn't sing worth a shit, and then she wound up developing, I think it was throat cancer or she had something happened to her throat,
Who?
and now Bonnie Tyler.
Who?
What the hell did
Bonnie
she sing?
Tyler. She sang "Totally Eclipse of the Heart." This is older stuff.
Yeah, I know exactly
Yeah.
who she is. She's got a really good voice too.
Yeah, but she couldn't sing worth a shit before, and then she developed something wrong with her throat. I think it was throat cancer or something, and they went in and did the surgeries and all that, and she got rid of it and was able to perform and sing, #1 hits.
Right. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be coming out with any #1 hits. But if I can at least get my singing style back, especially with the rasp that I've always had, I'll be happy. But
It just takes time. That's all.
It may take me a little time to be able to get back to how it was. Yeah. But already since the accident, I've already started working on two different songs just to see if I could do it, and I think I can.
Good.
Yeah. Because singing is singing has to do with breath control, and right now I am acutely aware of my breath. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll keep talking.
And actually, what you guys are hearing from me, that is actually me taking care of making sure that I don't drool because of how the swelling is.
Right.
This way, I don't have drool coming out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But once the swelling goes down and everything turns back to normal, then I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, Dawn, it don't take long for that trach site to close.
Yeah, I was going to say, Don made a pretty good point about it doesn't take long for the trach to close. So now, Jeremy, I got to ask, in terms of, the wire as well as the tray, I mean, does that affect your sleeping in any way? In terms of like lying down or whatever?
Surprisingly, no. I thought it would. But the thing is, I sleep on. Do you remember that great big chair in my living room, Nick?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what I'm sleeping in right now, because there's no way I would ever trust myself to go to sleep in my bed, because when I'm laying on a flat surface, I move around a lot, and I don't want to take that chance
Right.
with the trick in my throat. So that's why I'm sleeping on that big chair.
Linda,
Right.
he's not showing his face. He's just got his show listed as his cover picture.
Yep.
He's still recovering from an accident, so he's not gonna show the recovery process.
Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I feel confident enough to show my face on video.
I mean, he's still handsome as ever, but he's a little self-conscious. So we'll let him get comfortable with his new look.
Right.
But they're still talking about a couple more surgeries possibly.
Yeah, because I have.
Yeah, you said at least 2 of them.
Potentially, I know there is going to have to be one, because on the left side of my face they rebuilt my face with metal, and part of it is sticking out, so they're going to need to go in and flatten that out so that they can make it uh, symmetry with the other side of my face, and they're going to have to go through my eye socket to do that. And it was good. Well, here's the thing. No, normally that would sound really bad, but it's good that they're going to have to go through my eye socket, because they're going to have to reposition my eye anyway. In fact, really, they need to reposition both of my eyes, because I got double vision really bad. I could see fine.
Right.
Yeah. And then the other surgery, it'd be more dental surgery.
Now, when they put that, like this metal, like when they flatten it out, I mean, is that going to be permanent, or is that just going to be a temporary thing that they're going to just add in?
I imagine it's going to be permanent, because this metal that they put in my face, when I had my accident, Nick, the bone completely shattered. I was literally without half of a face, but the left side of my face was completely gone, and my nose was gone. So they when they got in, there was a lot of extensive damage on the right side of my face too that they didn't realize. So they had to go into my hip and take 2 bone grafts out, and they used that, I think, to rebuild my nose, and then they took plastic to redo the right side of my face, because they didn't need to have that much. But for the left side of my face, they completely rebuilt that with metal. My orbital sockets were completely shattered. I was literally a man with no face. Yeah, it was that bad. And in all truth and honesty, Nick, I should have been killed. That's how bad that's how bad it was.
It's just still, I gotta say, it's still even unbelievable for me, when I first heard about this, because if you remember, Jeremy, I mean, the night before the accident, you and I were chatting about, I can't remember what we were chatting about, unless you do, but we were chatting about different things, and I even said, the last thing I said was, see you tomorrow night on the Petri dish.
Yeah, because this happened 4 hours before the Petri dish.
Linda, his first surgery, his first surgery was December 16th, and then the second surgery was 2 days later, so the 18th. He's only had two
The 19th.
the 19th. He's only had 2 surgeries.
Yeah.
Since this
The
happened.
first surgery was to stop the bleeding and sew the skin back together. The second surgery was the big one. That was the one that took 14 hours.
Yeah, that was Sunday,
14
right?
hours?
Yes,
Holy
14 hours.
crap.
14 hours.
Yes,
Yeah.
14 hours.
There were a lot of people looking for me
Wow.
that day. Chrissy and Crystal were going to come to the hospital to find out where I was at. Tim was calling my dad. There's a couple of people calling my dad. My ex-girlfriend was trying to call my dad. I've had a lot of
Wow.
people trying to find me, but not even the doctors were aware that the surgery was going to last as long as it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in surgery for 14 hours, and then they had me in ICU for 16 hours.
Mm.
Now, Nick and Howard, if you guys really want to know what I look like when we do the after show, I'll show you guys what I look like. But not while we're
Sure.
live.
Right,
Actually,
of course.
half time anyhow, aren't we, Howard?
Oh no, this nipple's about half past.
Howard,
Oh my God.
What? What? Gotta tell time, dude.
stop it! Stop it! It's almost 12:30, sir.
I know where Decatur's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where Decatur's at too. I've been out to his house a few times.
New Orleans, Decatur Street. Been there many a time.
Well, no, it's actually a town called Decatur up in Illinois. He lives in the town of Clinton, which is just outside of Decatur.
Yeah. So, I mean, you see what it's like, and you see where the damage is at.
Right. So I got one other question I got to ask about before I forget, Jerry, because I'm actually, now that I'm even thinking about, again, last conversation we had before, again, your accident, I think, look, now it's coming back to, I think we were actually talking about different, paranormal events. I mean, of course, in addition to, Mansfield, later this year, there were a few other paracons I was going over with you about, that you sounded interesting going. So, I mean, have you decided, not to show up for those ones, or?
School.
Sorry, what was that?
We were talking about the one we were going to do at that school.
Yes, Schurz High School. Yes, that was one of them. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the latest update.
I mean, it was going to be on a weekend that I was off of work. I was going to go up there.
Right. Well, what I can tell you right now is the latest update I've received about. I mean, there hasn't really been too much, but unfortunately, because of the Omicron virus, COVID virus that's happening here in Chicago. We haven't really. I don't know if they've reached out to us, but I think the school's probably thinking right now. Now's not probably a good time to have it just until the cases start going down. Once it gets to a much more manageable level, if you will, we'll start playing things out. But I'll check with my dad just to be safe. On the status.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to have any kind of an event, not while this thing is going around.
Right.
Yeah, they're starting to close shit down here now already. The hospital's already filled back up again in Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's happening up here too. Not only just that too, but also with a lot of schools closing down. I wouldn't even be the least bit surprised that Carl Schurz High School is closed right now.
Right. Yeah, because I was really looking forward to that, Nick.
Yep,
I was
that
looking forward
makes
to
two of
making
us. I would. Well,
Yeah, I was looking forward to making
well,
another trip up there.
well, on the bright side of things, at least it's not being planned right now, so you're not missing anything at this moment.
Right.
So hopefully, when it does pick up, if you're willing to go out to these paranormal events again, that hopefully you guys could come up for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before really I can do anything. Um, at
Right,
least
right.
at least until I get my eyes straightened out, because that's gonna
Yeah.
be the biggest. Because with my eyes the way they are now, if you see, I wear an eye patch over my left eye. If I didn't and I tried to walk, I would be so off balance that I'd be falling all over the place.
I'm gonna call you PJ now, Pirate Jeremy. PJ. I've got so many.
God.
That. I'm Mickey.
So that actually leads me to another question. I mean, with the eyes, your eyesight right now. I mean, and again, I'm not trying to sound funny or anything with this, but do you have to use anything like not necessarily a cane, but do you have to use anything in particular to help guide your way through wherever you're going, or
Well,
can you manage on your own?
I do have a cane, but around the house I don't use it. But when I leave the house, I take the cane with me as a just in case.
Beat off all them women, I know.
After there's only one woman I need. After having the surgery in a span of a week and a half. In a span of a week and a half, I went from being totally dependent on a walker to halfway using a cane. That was much improvement I have made.
Well, I mean, regardless, I mean, like using a cane, what? Sorry, what?
I'm seeing what Chrissy's doing. She's lighting a candle. If she farts, she's gonna blow that house up.
Well, I mean, like, oh my God. Well, I mean, in the end, Jeremy, I mean, it's like the most important thing too is that whether you use the cane or not. I mean, depending on wherever you're at or whatever circumstances. I mean, I'm sure we've always heard the term. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Even if it's whether it's by doctor, whether or not it's by doctor's orders.
No, the cane and the walkers are not doctor's orders. They just gave them to me to help me get by. I do have.
Okay.
That would be considered a doctor's order, Jeremy.
Huh?
Like the rest of the equipment that came to the house. That's like on doctor's orders.
Oh, well.
Just saying.
Here's the thing. I don't need the walk. I don't need the walker. I don't need it anymore.
No, but you got the cool walker that has the seat that you can sit on. So your chair goes with you if you get tired.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying.
Now with the cane, like I said, I don't use it around the house because I have plenty of places around the house to sit down if I really need to. But when I leave the house, then I will take the cane with me. And the only complaint I have about the cane is that it's not one of those ones where you can just set it and let it go. It's one.
Yeah, it's not the tripod.
Yeah,
those ones. Yep.
Yeah, because that was the cane that they have me using at the hospital.
Right.
Like I said.
I know the frustration because I had to use a cane once myself. So, and that too didn't have the tripod. So I actually had to use it myself one time, and that was very frustrating.
You ought to see I use crutches and a cane, so that would really suck. the crutches, man, they'll just rub up underneath your armpits, and man, that's sore as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, I went from being totally dependent on a walker to a week and a half later only using a cane half the time.
But look at it this way, Jeremy. You can go to Walmart and get you one of them fucking scooters and be the Fast and the Furious. I'll be going down to.
I was actually thinking about using a scooter because Chrissy was taking me to Walmart so I could get all kinds of supplies after I got out of the hospital.
I'm talking about, you see Chrissy at the end of the aisle, you just run her ass over.
Oh my god!
I was being helpful. I don't need to run over.
Why not?
Asshole.
That's when I turn around after running. Oh,
But the thing is, I ended up deciding not to use the scooter because there were a number of reasons why. One reason was that, if I had a cart with me, I could use that for leverage. And two, with the amount of stuff that I knew I had to get, the basket on the scooter was not going to be enough.
oh, that's where you get Chrissy pushing the basket. You just throw the shit in the basket. Let her push it. Yeah.
I got a regular cart and literally filled that entire cart. I spent almost $400.
Wow.
Yeah.
That cart was full.
Jeez.
Yeah, but they also got to remember things are going up too. I mean, prices on everything is just astronomical.
Yep.
Right, because not
Oh,
only
they
did
really-
I get all the nutrient shakes that I was getting, I was also getting regular drinks.
Uh-huh.
I had to get supplies like stars. I had to get a bunch of stars,
Yeah.
little cups for me to use for mouthwash. Let's
You got
see.
some Gatorade or Powerade and stuff like that. Sports drinks.
No, I actually have forgotten about that. I should have.
Howard, we'd have had to get another cart. I promise you. This man got so much Insure and Boost that we about cleaned him out of every chocolate flavor they had.
Pretty
You
much.
could have had ordered that stuff. You could have got you about a week's worth, and you should have ordered it and been cheaper.
And sent it to his house. I know. I suggested that too.
Yeah.
Walmart delivers also.
Because I was going
I
to say at
know.
my store,
I
like
told him that.
I was going to say too, I was going to say it also in my store too, because obviously you guys all know I work at a grocery store myself. We do checklists, delivery in a way. So we kind of do the same thing as well.
Yeah.
But the good news is my refrigerator was stocked full, and I shouldn't have to worry about needing anything more until after this whole thing is taken out.
Right.
My refrigerator is stocked full right now too, but it's giving me problems. So now I'm gonna have to call up the people to come out here and fix the damn thing tomorrow.
So I should be good until my mouth is straightened out. So I still have plenty, and the doctor's initial orders was for me to drink 3 a day. That was immediately after the surgery, but I had to work myself up to having 3 a day. Now I'm drinking 5 a day, and I think that because of me having 5 a day is why I am doing so well with doing physical stuff around the house. It's given me all the energy that I need to do stuff. Donna, actually, it's not necessarily my insurance because everything that happened at workman's comp is paying for everything.
Jeremy, I sent them the picture of the refrigerator and Nick's mouth about dropped.
Like,
Oh, really?
holy crap. That is a lot.
Yeah.
You got like a whole, but you basically have enough for like the zombie apocalypse here.
And she can tell you before that refrigerator was almost empty.
Yeah, he had like, I don't know. I mean, I don't need
Still a piece of pizza. It's a bachelor's refrigerator. That's what it is.
Listen, and I think the only thing in the freezer was ice cream. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So
I mean, Chrissy, have you been in a zombie apocalypse before?
I was with Jeremy the day he got out of the hospital.
I am good to go until we get these wires out of my mouth. I should be. Good night.
Yeah, Linda, it is.
So yeah. How did we go from talking about paranormal movies to talking about this?
Oh heck, I don't know.
Well, nobody's talked to you in a while, so you was on the 13th dimension, weren't you?
I was.
Okay.
And we even talked a bit about my stuff as well.
Well, this is more important.
Well, the thing is, I came in on this show because I wanted to talk about the topic on hand.
We can drag that out to next week. Because Chrissy didn't do shit for us research.
You know what? You can kiss my big
See,
ass.
that's kind of funny that you guys.
I was busy helping Scotty on his show, sir.
Well, they had Scotty and had Terry. That's 13th dimension.
Well, let me tell you guys this. Even though this show this week does not mean I am coming back every episode from this point on. Now, next week I will be doing 13th dimension because we have Shadow Seekers coming in, and I want to be a part of that conversation. But any other show, any other show beyond that, I have no plans on making any kind of an appearance.
I'm trying to get what's her name come on a show. I'm talking to her right now. I did it with her and Chris and David Childers and Charlotte Underwood.
Okay.
And
I was really surprised that you were able to get Charlotte Underwood to come on
the Petri dish. So with having Eileen in my spot on the Petri dish, you guys are doing fine. So I am not even going to worry about trying to come on Petri dish until after I'm ready.
I try to kill it as fast as I can find. I want to. Eileen Jones. I love her.
Don't you get me started.
Like, whoa.
Okay, but this way it's better than the old alternate that you used to have.
Well, you know why I did all that.
Yeah. And as far as the 13th dimension go, with Scott, Tim, and Crystal, they're doing just fine. And I know we have other people who are willing to step in if we need them to. But really, right now, I am just enjoying stopping in and watching some of the shows. I know,
I've been seeing in the comments.
Yeah, I tried to pop in to at least show support on all of our shows. And there was one that wasn't even our show. It was somebody else's show out of Canada. Like Club and Kansas, something like that. They had Richard and Katie from Let's Talk About It on their show. And when I found out about it, I went to go hop onto their show. And it was right towards the end of it. What's she saying? Have always mixed talking the business of putting on shows. Honestly, Linda, I don't really know what pun does anymore. Not since a whole bunch of us left. I can really only speak on behalf of things. You would have to talk to the people who are working with pun because we don't work with pun anymore.
I work with right now. This is on pun. This is pun and things. This is the only show that's both pun and things.
Okay. Yeah. But
Actually, I was talking to Steven about a week or so ago, and he's contemplating and he wants to do a show for pun with me coming on there and bring back, just like what this is, just a crazy ass just a talk show just to get people talking. That's all. Just having a fun time, just getting.
now, I thought Steven was supposed to be retired from everything.
He's retired from the network. Now he's not. I don't think he's retired. He's contemplating. Now he's working and everything else, and he stepped back from running pun and all that stuff. That's Courtney and Ricky and all them. They handle all that. But as that part, the network and all that. But as for he's doing his thing. Just like with John Doherty. John's back. He said he wouldn't go back to the paranormal, but I just seen a post the other day. He's back into it now. He's doing some more filming and stuff, with the paranormal.
Yeah, John needed to take a break, but I figured he'd be taking a lot longer break than what he has.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I thought he would have expected a longer break.
Yeah.
I love working. I love working with both, with pun and I love working, of course, things and I haven't had any problems yet. So
yeah.
Through the shows of the things I have, the Swamp Talk and the Petri Dish, and this one's the show that's for both.
Yeah.
Let's end this broadcast because we've been on what? Almost
3 hours. I think we can end
hours.
it and do the after show.
Yeah, let's go into the after show. So,
Okay.
I gotta get up in the morning anyway. I got grandbabies, but yeah, join us next week. Might have Scott Wilson on. We don't know what's gonna happen to Scotty.
Well, he was drunk when he said yes. I have in writing, so. And it's funny because my team is the guest on his show on 13 Dimensions next week. So.
Your team is on there?
My team.
Oh, I'm definitely not watching it.
I don't care what you're watching, sir.
Listen, no. That is a team. That is a show that Chrissy. That is literally going to be a show that Chrissy is going to check to see if you're watching. If you're not, you're going to hear her say, "Listen."
But like I was saying earlier, I tried to pop in on all the shows on our network, just to show them a little bit of support. Now that I'm home and I've got, nothing to take me away from anything, I'm home every night. So even if it's just for a couple of minutes, I'll pop in to show all of our hosts a little bit of support.
Amen.
Yeah,
Jeremy, I gotta say too. It was really nice of you to you actually were also able to stay in for even just a few minutes when I started doing my own show, paranormal and historic locations and legends, and the fact that you enjoyed it, as well as a few others who messaged. That told me that the show I start, my very first show hosting independently, that tells me that was a huge success. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, Donald, let me know how that worked out for you. Inbox me. Let me know how that worked out with you when that thing you was talking about earlier.
Well, next week I'll have a thorough paper written up to present on next week's show. Okay?
Take that shit.
And I'll think about the tassels. I'm just saying.
Honestly, Nick, I like the show that you put out on Wednesday. It's really good. I think you do.
I definitely appreciate that.
I think you do.
Go ahead.
Good job. I think you do a very good job. That's why I suggested it to you to begin with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
and I've made it. So
I could see the potential in what you were doing independently, and I'm thinking you should do this on our network.
Yep.
And
I've been enjoying it now ever since.
Yeah, I am happy that you did it. Thank you, Joshua. And Linda, thank you, everybody. Don't get used to me being on
send you a
shows. I'm going to do one more show, and then I'm going to step back into the background again.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. Donna, I'll inbox you. I'll send you a message.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.